Yo, what's up guys, Toonie here, back in another video, and today, some Toaru news just dropped. We got a Mental Out spin-off, a brand new spin-off for Toaru, and we got a guest today. Oh, yo, introduce yourself?
I'm Aeon of Horus, and I make nerdy videos about the Index series, Railgun series, the universe as a whole, you could say, and I go into in-depth discussions about the light novels. And thanks for having me on your video, Toonie.
Yeah, for sure.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, being as an anime only, I thought it'd be great to get some opinions on someone who read the light novel, knowing how Misaki gets more character development in the light novel in New Testament, moving on Genesis Testament, so I thought it'd be great. So, first, I just gotta ask, how do you feel about Misaki being chosen to get the spin-off?
Well, I have pretty mixed feelings about it. Shoko is actually my favorite girl in the entire franchise, believe it or not. I really like her character, or you could say love, and I know a lot of fans love her appearance, which is probably why she's gotten this spin-off to begin with, because she is quite aesthetically pleasing to the average otaku. But nevertheless, yeah, I'm down for more Misaki screen time. Like, don't get me wrong. I mean, but the problem is that she already appears a lot already in, like, literally every single media you can think of to do with the Toaru franchise. She appears in the Index novels in New Testament. She appears in the Railgun manga, of course. And she also appeared in Astral Body, which was a spin-off involving her sidekick. What's she called again? Junko.
Yeah, Junko. Yeah, Junko.
Yeah, my cousin Junko. I was literally talking about her.
Yeah. Yeah, I find it quite interesting, another science spin-off, but it is cool because see like Misaki as one of like the more popular characters, especially due like the Railgun and Astral Buddy. It would have been quite interesting to maybe see another character, but Misaki is popular, so it generally just makes sense. But something I'm really curious on, will this be like Dark Matter where it's like a one volume thing or like a full-on series? Like, because I think this may be like an Astral Buddy replacement since that recently ended. Just thinking about as in like positioning the next spin-off. I think it's quite interesting, but who knows, honestly.
Yeah, it's definitely kind of filling the gap that's been left over by Astral Buddy and also the Accelerator manga, both of which haven't continued as long as the Railgun manga. So if we're going by those trends, maybe it'll be about a 30 chapter series or to about, I don't know, 80 chapters. Because yeah, I think the Accelerator manga continued about 60 chapters off the top of my head.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but it's around that mark, and I think Astral Buddy finished around the 30 mark. So it could be around those marks. It depends how profitable it is, I reckon, because obviously Misaki Makoto is the most popular character in the entire franchise, and that's why Railgun has continued for so long, because it's very profitable. I mean, Accelerator is popular, but the manga wasn't a huge success.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Well, you could say fortunately, because the quality dipped a lot in the second arc. But yeah, I wouldn't mind it continuing for as long as Railgun, as long as the quality is good and they introduce new, fresh material with interesting characters and explore different aspects we haven't seen before. But we'll have to see.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like it'd be quite interesting to see Misaki as like a main, like an MC, especially with like her ability. It's probably not as like flashy, but just knowing the fact is quite different from like the typical like power, like super explosive ability. I think is quite interesting to see. And I would just love to know more about her character. I know she got a lot of like introduction and stuff in New Testament, which I haven't read obviously, but it's just still cool to see as her like the front page, even though she's already in a ton of media. But just knowing her as the face and where her story will progress and her squad that's in Tokyo Wadai, I just think is quite interesting. So speaking about this whole Misaki, another science character getting a spin-off. Where's the love for the magic? Like it's all just science spin-off, like nothing, no magic. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't surprise me, honestly, because if you look at the character polls, usually, like in whether it's the Dengeki, Bunko, character rankings, which happen every year, it's 9 times out of 10 science side characters at the top. Okay, you might see Ophinus or Index in the top 10 occasionally, but most of the time it's literally always Misaka, Accelerator, and Toma, always in the top 10.
Pretty much.
So I think that is the main reason why the Magic Side characters have been neglected. Oh yeah, and of course you get Shoko in the top 10 occasionally as well, because apart from those main three, Accelerator, Toma, and Misaka, you also have Misaki, who's probably the fourth most popular science character in the franchise. And yeah, I just think the Magic Side, I think it's mainly due to the anime as well. Thanks to the anime, I think the science side is more popular because obviously Railgun anime is a lot more popular than the Index anime. People tend to like the science side arcs more than the Magic Side arcs in the anime and Index as well. So I think it's just had a knock-on effect for the entire franchise. So that's probably why. But it is a shame because I would love to see, I'd love to see an Aqua spin-off. I would just love to see him going ham on just some fodder magicians, just doing like different mercenary quests, traveling across Europe. That would be sick.
Right. There's so much potential for just like a ton of Magic characters, especially with there's just so many, especially the main characters like villains and arcs that's an Index just doesn't get the spotlight, just how it was adapted. And obviously people like the science, like even when you're watching Index, I feel like the science arcs are just more like enjoyable, especially the stuff with Accelerator and then Railgun being more popular. It's just hard to see a Magic series getting a spin-off or the light, just how popular science is. But I would think it's quite interesting to see like an entire Magic, like as in not like focusing on one character, but as the group as a total, like the Mox's Church maybe, having like a ton of like characters all in the one story, like just, but it's like focusing on each character like per little section. I feel like that would do better than just focusing on one said character.
Yeah, I mean, we did get a side story light novel with the Amakusa. It's where they do the entrance exam to get into Necessarius when they like leave Japan to join the English Church. That was a decent, solid volume actually. I enjoyed that. But yeah, we still need a Magic Side spin-off manga, which we just haven't got. And yeah, there's so many, Magic Side characters that could fill in that gap, to be honest. Especially when you have a lot of the villains, like you said, are like pretty much one volume villains like Aureolus and Sherry. And the Magic Side has a lot of like interesting characters with interesting morals and how they contrast from Toma's way of thinking, because that's how Komachi basically decided to present it. Toma's morals clashing with someone with complex problems. That's what he said in an interview. That's what Index is the basic premise about. Toma battling espers and magicians with complex problems and seeing their ideologies clash against each other. And yeah, it would be nice to, because after that one volume, then they pretty much go out the spotlight and they're pretty much in the background for the rest of it, which is a pro and a con.
Yeah.
I kind of talked about this in my light novel review, but yeah, it'd be nice to see them more in the spotlight and give them more characterization.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like it's not really like they're in the background. I feel like it sort of seems like one-shotty, like they're just there for that arc and then just kind of goes in the background. Kind of typically happens quite frequently, but I think it's fine. Maybe we can have a magical spin-off as a manga, because I feel like there's again a lot of potential. But let me know in the comment section below, what do you think of Mental Out, the new spin-off, and Misaki getting it? I did ask my server and they said, oh, there's so many potentials for other characters, like, and they all read New Testament, of course, so it's quite hard to say, as in my opinion, I've read New Testament. But I think it's great. I can see the series doing very well, because Misaki's a popular character, and just having her on like cover art and stuff, well, people are gonna buy that.
Definitely. She's very marketable for the obvious reasons.
Oh, yeah. Hey, we respect it. Yeah, so we're going to wrap up this video here. Thank you so much for joining. Yo, definitely check out his channel in the description below. Makes amazing Toaru content. The GOAT. All right. So subscribe, like this video, and peace. What you do? Stay awesome.
Thank you, guys. See you around.